What's up? I think I owe you guys a little heart-to-heart moment here for a second, a little sit-down period that I can just kind of talk to you. You can kind of listen to me ramble for a minute like I usually do. Recently, we've hit a pretty big milestone, something that I was not expecting to really ever happen, or even more so something that I was not expecting to happen this fast. So if you do not follow me on Instagram, link is in the description. We just recently broke 1,000 subscribers. We are now in quadruple digit territory. This is, I gotta be honest with you guys. I mean, I've always kind of had an interest in cameras and being in front of a camera, and YouTube is something that I have loved for a really long time. Not only now as a producer of content, but as a consumer of content. YouTube is my number one source of entertainment. When I started uploading videos, it wasn't to get to this point. It's not because I wanted to make a job or a career out of YouTube, and I still don't, and I'll get to that in a little bit. It was just a way for me to share my adventures in airsoft, because I started playing, you guys might be familiar with the story, I feel like I've said it a lot in previous videos, but started playing, bought my GoPro shortly after. May of 2022 is when I bought it. April is when I started playing that same year, so just a month prior. And a lot of people would ask me like, hey, what is airsoft? And instead of sitting there trying to explain it to them, now I have a way to be like, this is airsoft, go take a look. You know, see what I do in my time off of work, or what I do when I'm, away from home and stuff like that. And it's just been a fun way to share my experience and my adventures with people. And the fact that I now have an audience as big and small as it is at the same time. I mean, it's big if you look at the fact that I'm just some guy who plays airsoft who happens to have cameras, like that's huge. But in the grand scheme of, YouTubers that have millions or tens of millions of subscribers, that's obviously a very small number. That being said, 1,000 was the next milestone. After 500, it felt like the next one. So when I just started, 100 was a huge milestone. I remember when I hit 100 subscribers, I was at work and I got really excited. I was really happy. I figured, hey, this is something that I can actually do. Like, there are people that are watching my videos. 200 was the same, 300 was the same, 400 was the same, 500 I did the giveaway, which I didn't do until much later, obviously, but that's when I announced it was for the 500 celebration. Now that we're at 1,000, I don't have anything planned. I didn't have anything planned. I thought about doing another giveaway, but with the spam comments, the bot comments that I got on my last one, I figured it might not be the best idea. And then I didn't know, and also now that I mention it with the giveaway, the Gen 4 Lancer that was the giveaway last time had a lot of issues with it. Paul had to put some work into it to actually just get it functioning. And I mean, Paul's the one who won it, so it's good that happened, because if I had shipped it to somebody halfway across the country and the gun didn't work, I would have felt terrible. But that being said, I considered it, but with how that went last time, I just figured it's probably not the best thing to do right now. And then I also haven't been working as much and not making as much money. Stuff like that comes out of my pocket. So I would have to make sure that I have income to be able to afford that, which at the moment I don't, which is fine. I'm sure I'll do giveaways in the future for other stuff. I did upload a video a few days ago. At the time of this recording, it's actually today. Today is Saturday, the 31st of May. But I uploaded that mini golf video. I was playing on my VR headset. I thought it would be a really funny idea to just upload something that's completely unrelated to anything I've done on the channel. Have me not speak at all and play a round of mini golf in VR. And then at the very end, just be like, oh, by the way, thanks for 1,000 subscribers. Like, I thought it was really funny to do. So I had that planned. And I've had that video uploaded for a while. I just had it private until I actually hit it. Which, that's obviously not a proper thank you. I mean, I needed to sit down face to face and thank you guys. Without you, I mean, I wouldn't be in this position. Without any of you, I would not be having the platform that I do now. That being said, the number, as significant as it is not changing anything. I understand that there's monetization policies on YouTube. Now that I have 1,000 subscribers, theoretically, I can monetize my content so that I can start making money off of it. That being said, I'm not going to. for a few reasons. One is because it puts ads on my videos, and I don't like ads. I'm one of the few people who openly admit I pay for YouTube Premium, and it's 100% worth it. I don't care what anybody says. Not having ads on my videos and having YouTube Music is amazing, so I don't have to pay for Spotify. So I pay for YouTube Premium because I hate ads, but then putting ads on my videos, you know, that's a little bit hypocritical, even though it would be money going to me. The thing is, the amount of money you make is also based on the amount of views you get. I don't make enough views that the amount of money I make would be significant, so I'm not concerned about that. The other thing being, with monetization, there is a lot more strict guidelines you have to follow. You know, like the swearing and mature content and stuff like that you could say that I put in some of my videos. Like, I'm sorry, I like the word fuck. I'm going to say the word fuck. And I do not agree with censorship. I'm not going to censor myself just to make a couple of dollars off of a video. So that's not changing. The channel is not going to change at all just because I've hit this milestone. We are going to be going just normal, in, you know, maybe a little bit harder, maybe a little bit better, you know, in the future. I want to try to change my production quality, not my quality. I want to try to change my videos up a little bit, because I feel like the formula I've been using has been working, but I want to try to keep things a lot more engaging for you guys, so the videos come out a lot more entertaining. So nothing's going to change on the channel. I'm not going to monetize yet. If I become big enough where it's worth monetizing, I will look into it. The thing I'm also concerned about is I know that there is a lot of issues with YouTube's monetization system, especially for content like airsoft and firearms in general. I know airsoft guns aren't real guns. I mean, we all know that, but they don't know that. And, you know, something like this might, I mean, this does look real, and they are meant to look real. But they don't know that, and they see this, and they get scared of it, and then all of a sudden I'm not making money. US Airsoft made a big video about that, so you have time, I recommend you go watch it. But I don't want to deal with that. I just want to go have fun with my guys, upload my videos for you guys to watch, and enjoy Airsoft, because that's the whole reason why I made this channel in the first place. So with that said, speaking of the guys, I do have to thank all of my dudes that I play with. First off, I do want to thank Kevin and the Dragons in general, because they are a big reason why I started really getting into the hobby. I started playing by myself. I didn't bring any sort of friends into it or anything like that. At least nobody that is playing right now. Until I met like Kevin and Sam and the rest of them, and I became part of that group. And then you may know I brought Hunter along with me, and now Hunter's part of both our Dragons and Nomads team. But Kevin was the start of that. He wasn't the first person that I talked to at LAG, but he was the first one that was like, hey, we need to bring this guy on. So big thanks to Kevin for that. Another big thanks to Paul and his hospitality for taking me out to those trips when we went to Detroit, Ohio, Nashville, bringing me along there, just extending a warm welcome to me. You know, at one point we were strangers. After LAG closed, he texted me and he was like, hey, look, I want to keep doing this. Like, we got to start making some trips. We got to go keep playing. Like, this is fun, you know. And since then, I mean, we've formed a pretty close friendship. I mean, in total, if you were to take all of us that have played together, there's well over 20 of us. Not all of us get to go out all the time, but, you know, life stuff gets in the way. But the fact that there's that many of us just for something like Airsoft is insane. I mean, part of the reason why I started playing in the first place is because I wanted to meet new people, make new friends, see new places, and I can absolutely cross all of that off the list because I've gotten above and beyond what I was expecting, way above. And it reminded me too, because we were going to I think we were going to Sheboygan to play at the Asylum one time, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what's crazy is that, like, when I was younger, I used to watch Airsoft videos. That's what got me into Airsoft to begin with, and I was, like, seeing all those cool places that people were playing at, and I thought to myself, I'll never be able to experience something like that. Like, that's awesome. And now here I am experiencing things like that, so, and that's not to say that I wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't recording. Like, if I didn't have a GoPro, I'd probably still be going and having fun. But the fact that I'm now able to share all of those experiences with all 999 of you guys, I don't know how many repeat accounts there are, but regardless, it's been an amazing experience these last few years, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. At the time of this recording, we haven't gone yet, but the next videos that you guys are going to see me is going to be from Black Ops in Bristol, Wisconsin. So at the time of this recording, again, this is Saturday the 31st. We're actually going Sunday, June 1st. We were going to go Saturday today originally, but things didn't work out for me, and so we got it pushed to Sunday. So Sunday, June 1st, we are going to Black Ops. By the time this video goes live, we would have already been there. So start expecting content for that to come out this weekend, Sunday the 8th, I believe it is. So I'll start editing everything this week and get some videos posted. I don't know how many videos that's going to get me. I will say during the month of June, Paul is planning on doing a couple of events. There's one in Missouri, and then there's a private event that's actually up in Milwaukee that he's going to. And I'm certain he's going to have his camera with him, so maybe I'll have some footage to pull from him so I can still show you guys that. I will not be going personally. I have a lot of stuff that's coming up in June and July. I don't know if I'll be able to make any big events, but I will be going out to some open play days, Central City and G-How especially. Maybe we'll take another trip up to Black Ops if it's nice. We talked about wanting to go back to Twin Cities. We went there last year, had a lot of fun. And I think they've been doing some work on their field too. As for that, I don't really know what else is in the playbooks for July or August or moving forward, even into the winter. I don't know if we're going to take another big trip this year. I don't know. If we do, I don't know where we're going to go. But I will keep you guys updated on that, as always. I thought I had an idea to have like a calendar, like that I can post somewhere, maybe on my Instagram, and it would be like, here's the calendar for July, you know, here are the places that we're going, here's all the dates that we're going to be at these fields, and then, you know, if you guys want to come play with us, you know where we're going to be, when we're going to be there. I just don't know how that would be updated properly. Like, I don't know if I would have to upload pictures, like say for July I post the schedule and then something changes, I would then have to delete the previous post and then upload a new post or something like that. So if anybody has any suggestions on that, let me know. You can actually see my stuff is packed up right here, so yeah, we're getting ready to go tomorrow. But I guess I could also mention Agatha broke like hardcore. Inside of there is where the trigger connectors are supposed to be, and you can kind of see like there's these two screw threads there's a screw thread right there. There's supposed to be one right there that's missing. Those two are broke. So right here, it all cracked and it just became a mess. So I ordered a new body for this. So we're gonna get Agatha back up and running, but I won't be using her this weekend. I'm bringing the Lancer Noveske Hybrid and my AK-12. And then also, I think we found the reason that the QRF has been misfeeding, and it's just been the magazine springs are dog shit. So Paul is working on, or has replaced some of the springs in my magazines, and I have the rest of them packed in my bag, and he's going to replace those as well. But I just like, if that's the reason why this gun has not been working, magazine springs, like, just makes me feel stupid not considering it. Until this late, obviously. But if that's the case, then at least, she'll be working. So if you paid attention in my Nashville video that I uploaded not that long ago, I was using the QRF for a little bit. It fed flawlessly. Every single magazine that I used fed every single BB, didn't skip a shot. And so I'm going to test it a little bit more at Black Ops tomorrow. And I will keep you guys updated on that. I'm just really hoping that it is working again, because it's nice to have a CQB gun like that, and then having an SMG as well, for events that can use full auto is really nice. With that being said though, thank you all very much for 1,000 subscribers. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Leave a like, comment what you think down below. If you have any suggestions of places for us to play at, feel free to leave that in the comments too. Remember, once again, go follow my Instagram. My DMs are open if you want to chat. Just say hi. I'm trying to post more stuff on my Instagram. I want to kind of advertise my channel a little bit more on there, as well as, have some exclusive kind of content on Instagram where you can see like weeks in advance or maybe a few days in advance where we're at, where we're playing, what's going on. So go head over there for some fun content. Say hi if you want, but that's going to do it. So I'll see you guys at Black Ops.